Hello, welcome to the video. I hope you are all well. I am. It's Tuesday morning. Yeah, Tuesday morning. And it's time for an update on what I bought on Sunday. But it's been a fortnight. I didn't do one the previous week because the pickings were really slim because it rained. But this is what I picked up before I left not in disgust, but in despondency, that's the word. So, first pickup, these two speakers. Sorry if you can't see me, but there you go. They're pretty heavy, so I'm going to put them down again. They're Iowa, or is it Iowa? I don't know. They're SXG55. I did see them on the stall of an old lady, and she said she didn't have the rest of the stereo, unfortunately. Did ask. So I paid £3 for those. I saw this and immediately picked it up and said, "Oh, how much is it?" And she said, £2. And then her husband said, "It's not the 4K one." "Oh, we've got that." They've upgraded and they've put their old one in here. So this is just a standard HD Roku stick. But £2 with a remote, power supply, cable. I'll have to check it works. I know it's a week and a half. No, it's a week and 2 days. But I haven't checked it yet. It's one of those things you get round to doing it when you get round to doing it. I'm sure it'll work. Then I got... Yeah, this was a bit weird. I saw these on the stall. And the reason I looked at them is because they say PS3 on PS3, and I'm like, what are they? The guy says to me, what they are is they're attachments. They've been unscrewed from something, as you can see, for a stand, a promo stand for PS3s when it was stood, and these are meant to be exhaust pipes. And the idea is you've got one either side of the PS3 to make it look like an engine block, and these are the exhausts coming out of it. For the Gran Turismo 5 promotions. So they're a bit grotty, but £1, I wasn't going to say no. The guy says to me, sorry about the noise. The guy says to me they're a promo and they're rare for £1. Yeah, they're worth having. I might clean them up and sell them. I don't know. Maybe they'll go onto one of my PS3s. They don't fit the fat. I've had a look. They're obviously for when the Gran Turismo 5 came out, and I think it was a slim by then. It might have even been the super slim. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look at fitting them to one or something. Then I got these controllers. 1, 2, 3. Those are Xbox One Afterglow. 2 more Xbox One Rock Candy. And that's Rock Candy Xbox 360 wired. And this one's Afterglow Xbox 360 wireless. Or it might be wired, but they don't have the wire. What I do know is I got all of those for £1 each on the premise that they were faulty. So I haven't tested any of them. They've all got parts in that are useful to anybody with those or repairing. So I know that they'll go as faulty items. I could sell them in job lots of Xbox One faulty Afterglow, Xbox One faulty Rock Candy. Even the cases, you see, because somebody might like that green colour and have the dark red and want a green one, they can swap the case over or have extra buttons, or maybe one of the, one of theirs is faulty and they want to replace the little thumb controllers, who knows. So they'll sell for definite. How much for is anybody's guess, really. And the last thing was a laptop charger by Dell. I paid £150 for this. So, yeah. So that's my little short haul for last Sunday, and coming away from that smaller car boot, I decided not to go into Hull and do the other car boot because it was raining quite heavily by then, and I knew that all the people I want to see turn up will have not turned up. So onwards to Wednesday. I'll click my fingers. You won't see any difference, but I will stop the video, clear this table, put some new ones on, and then we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so it's done. This is Wednesday's pickups and a couple of charity shop pickups afterwards. Because again, I got there to Hull this time and it was very quiet indeed. And I do believe that they considered that it was going to be raining again. So I picked up half a dozen things. No, not even that. I'll show you. 2 battery chargers, 50p and 50p. This has got one of my cables on it. It was just the box. This is a Sony battery charger for a camera. It's a BCCSD. I've sold a BCCSG recently for, I think it was £14 delivered. This, by the way, is one of the 10 I bought for, I think it was £4 for 10 with plugs, but I had to put them on myself. And I only bought the 10 off him, one box. He had 4 or 5 boxes, and now I'm regretting not buying the whole lot because I've just about run out. In fact, I think I have run out. And they're so useful, those figure 8 leads. This one has a plug adapter that you can put a figure 8 lead in it, but this just plugs in the wall and it sits on it. That's clever, I think. If I can get it to work, there you are. And that's a Technics GP. They were £1 each and should sell for a tenner each. Bought a bag of Duplo. There was actually 3 times this much in here. When I looked at it, I knew that a lot of it wasn't Duplo. So I said to the lady, how much will you take? And she's like, £4. I'm like, no, I can't do it. It's not all Duplo. If it was proper Duplo, but she didn't really understand the difference between the two. Anyway, I asked her to sell me it for £2 and she did. And by the time I got weeded out all the non-Duplo, that's all that's left. It's about 600 grams, so it's not too bad. But for 600 grams, I would normally pay about £1. I would look to be getting a couple of kilos for a £5. Then I went and I got these 2 Wii's off the guy I normally see my electrical gear from and gaming gear. I try to get some stuff off him every week. We can't always come to an agreement on price. This time he tried to get a lot more off me. For Wii's, I paid £20 for these 2 Wii's. They both have a controller. This one's Motion Plus. And they both have all their wires, you know, like this sort of thing. Box, power supply, sensor bar, AV cable. This one didn't have the standard AV cable. It's got one of those with 3 ends on. Now you saw me buy one with a plug with 3 ends. Mad Cat's last video. It might have been last video pickups or the one before that. I sold that 20 quid like I said it would. It went to the States on GSP. Yeah. Anyway, this one came. This one's got no flaps. I've cleaned them both actually. They were both a bit dusty. This one's got its flaps, and it had a wheel, a normal controller, and a nunchuck. I played wheel roulette. I'm not sure which one it came out of, but a Mario Kart. Unfortunately, it was really, really badly scratched. I've had a go with my JFJ. I've put it through, sanded it, polished it. It's just beyond repair, that one, unfortunately. I don't think anybody in their right mind with a JFJ would be able to get that working, unfortunately. And my last pickup was from the same guy. He tried to sell me this for a lot more. He wanted 25 for this. 25. And yes, it's nice. It's a Fender Stratocaster. The reason he wanted 25 is because there was a label on it and it said £119. And I explained to him that was for the whole drum kit, microphone, pedal, guitar, because it said on it, drum kit, Rock Band 4. Anyway, this is the PS4 guitar. It's Bluetooth and doesn't need a dongle, which is a big bonus. I've paired it to my phone, so I know it works. One thing I don't know about is whether these buttons all work. I've never known one where everything works, but the buttons didn't, actually. So, yeah, that I got £9 on, you know, he wanted £30 for the 3 items. I told him I wanted to pay 25. He grew to 28 and then he decided he wasn't going to budge from 30. So we went for 29 because he did budge. In the same way that I want to buy stuff off him every week, he wants to sell me stuff every week so that he's got a regular customer that comes by and spends 30, 40 quid with him, you know. So he felt he was doing me a deal, but on the Wii's, it's not much of a deal. I will sell them, no problem. They're both working fine. They've both got controllers. The bonus disc isn't a bonus. I mean, he didn't know that that was there when he was selling me for £10 each. But the guitar, anywhere from £30 upwards, really, for a working one. It could be 65. I've seen probably in better condition than that. You know, it's scratched. It's got scratches on where the fingerboards have been used and stuff. And the back as well. But yeah, I've seen them go for £165 with the game. Now, I don't expect anything like that, but it'd be nice to get 60, you know, would. Right, I went to a charity shop afterwards, and I bought, well, I went to like 4 charity shops just on the way home. And I got 3 items in the end. I got, these are wrapped. I've listed them, they're photographed. I've got them ready to sell, ready to box up and post. So this is a Lumi Body Clock 30. These are handy, and these are all pat tested. Well, that's pat tested. And I've also put an extra bulb in. I've replaced the bulb that was in it because the filament was really jiggling about. And I knew very well it wasn't going to survive a delivery in a post. So I put a new bulb in it. I keep some spares for these very lamps because they sell loads better with bulbs and spare bulbs. And I put a spare bulb with it inside its packaging. And I put a note to say to remove the spare bulb and the bubble wrap from inside the cover. But yeah, under a kilo. Cost me £4.50, that one. And should sell for £24.50, I should think. And then I got a Tommy Tippy bottle warmer for £2. I would normally pay £1 at a car boot, but this is pat tested. I didn't even have to check it. I just took some photographs. And that was £2. And then my last purchase was equipment rather than anything else. Some light bulbs. £4 for 12. That's 33p each. For those LED filament light bulbs, they're Amazon returns, but they're all fine. I did actually plug them into my test lamp. Well, it's not a test lamp. It's the one lamp I've got that's got this little screw-in thread. E14, it's called. Yeah, E14. Edison screwed-in lamp, 14mm, I think. I think that's what that means. Anyway, that's what they look like. And they're nice. They're clear, but they come up with a pretty orangey glow. You know, they're not daylight. They're it says they're clear, but they're warm light. Yeah, I think they look nice actually. I've ordered some mounts for them at £7 odd for 10 delivered. I think it might be 12 delivered actually. On to this Sunday. Click my fingers again. It won't be much of a just push these to the side and start on the next lot. Okay, we're back in the room, or at least I am. You've never left. And then this Sunday, right, there's a full page worth. Each individual line is a different item. So I'll rattle through if I can, without too many of the stories, because quite honestly, you know what they're worth these days. And I'll just show you what I got. First two items were Panasonic speakers, £2. They're not that good, otherwise I might have paid a little bit more. There's a couple of screw holes on the side of them like that where they've been mounted on a wall or a bracket, and somebody's cut the wires off, which means to test them I have to solder some wires into the base of them. They are the type where this speaker's one set of wires and this speaker's another set of wires. For that, I think it's a fail. If they'd had the wires on the back, I shouldn't really spend for £2, but you know, at this, it was easy to get them and put them in the car. I got some headphones, Sennheiser. Now, the earphone cushions were all manky and they've had like that faux leather covering. Then there's the cushion. Then there's the sort of ear protection or protection for the thing. They were both manky and falling to bits. And so the guy sold me them for £2. They are very nice headphones, these. They need a wire. And now they need some ear pads. You can get the ear pads for £6 or £7 for the right fit. I think they're 70mm. And they're wired. So I need a wire. But by spending £8 or £9 on them, I'll be probably looking for over 30 quid on those. Yahtzee. I think it's all there. Not certain. I only looked for about a second. It's got the pad. Yeah, it's all there. I'm not sure whether they have a Yahtzee pencil. But yeah, these are the best Yahtzee there is because they've got the pad built in and you can carry them anywhere in this box. It's really nice. And I've had really good money for those in the past and I paid £2 for that. Yeah. Then I bought a camera. Oops. Here we go, in a nice old leather box. It's a Yashica Lynx 1000. Very nice indeed, all working, everything. It's got the old, very quiet, easy, smooth action that the Yashicas often have. Yeah, it's got a lens hood. It's got a lens sun sort of hood. £4. Don't know whether it works for film wise. I haven't really had a look at it yet, but I wasn't leaving it behind at £4. They actually wanted about £6 to start and I just offered them £4 and they said yes. The same stall, they said they had some digital cameras but they were still unloading, so said come back and we'll hold them back for you to look at first, which was very nice of them. And they brought them out. One of them was a film camera, not a digital camera, but they hadn't looked at that. And the other one, they wanted, how much did they want for it? It had an XD card in the back, which I'd have been able to sell for £12, but it was a 4.1 megapixel camera. So the camera wasn't really worth anything. And they wanted £15 for that because it was shiny. And they were an older couple, and it's hard to say to them, look, that camera's worth £4, and normally I'd pick that one up for £2. When they're saying £15 for that one and £10 for that one, I'm like, that's £25 for something I would normally pay £5 for. So I had to leave those, even though I'd have liked them both. I picked this up, Grow Clock, £1. I recently showed in my my what's sold video, the difference between a £3.50 Grow Clock, a £1.50 Grow Clock. Well, this one's really nice, clean looking, £1. And so the difference is you've got more money to spend on other things when you're still there at the car boot. So that's what I did. Next one is a Sharp. I'll just rearrange the table a little bit. I'm trying to go down in the list so that I don't lose my position. Sharp VCR. There you go. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 in the last couple of months VHS, and despite cleaning the heads, they were all still rubbish. And the electronics were just, even with clean heads, they weren't working properly. So I try not to take too many chances. This cost £2, and if I lose £2, I've still got a remote to sell. So you can't lose really. Remotes are still in. If the 6-head Narcam stereo works without too much trouble, I will sell it. Hands up, and it'll go for good money. That. Where am I now? Bush Freeview machine, 2 SCARTs on the back, twin SCART they call this one, and a remote, and that cost £1. Samsung BD-F7500 Blu-ray 3D. It's a big chunk compared with some of the smaller ones they're about that wide now, that do exactly the same thing. But it does have a LAN cable, so it is internet capable. So it is basically the same as the ones that are half the size, but it's heavier, it's wider. But I got it for £3 with a remote. So I'm not going to grumble at that. I might as well do all these at the same time. I got one Skybox for £2, and I got another two for £1 each. There's only one in the list at the moment, but yeah, I got this off a lady. This is nice. It's a Corning. Well, this bit's Corning and this bit's Pyrex. That's what they do. They put a Pyrex lid on it. I don't know why. This actually doesn't say Pyrex on it. That's good. Anyway, these browners are great if you've got a microwave and no browning element, and you want to save putting the gas on or the electricity. You can heat that up, put your chops, your bacon, anything you want to brown in. I don't think you could probably fry eggs in it. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I might be able to. And then you put the lid on it like that. Put it back in the microwave with your bits of meat in it. Let them brown. Take the lid off. Turn them over. The usual. Anyway, that was £2.50 and should go for between 16 and 20. Might even go for... No. I think the last one I had was a white one with a proper browning base on it, and that went for £17.99, something like that. Anyway, I've had 4 or 5 of these this year, and they've all sold. That's the Corning 24cm. I got some more headphones in a nice case, but the case doesn't really go with them. I'll probably sell them in the case anyway. They are Sony pink and white headphones. The brand number is MDR ZX110 or MDR 2X110, I don't know. Pink headphones, £2.50. Unfortunately, they're selling brand new for about £18. It might even be less than that, actually. So I don't think I'll get a great deal for them, but £2.50. Work, I've tested them. I got a... right. Put that to the side. I got a FreeSat Manhattan, but it doesn't have a remote. It's a Manhattan Plaza DS100. It does have a little fold-down switch where you can change the channel. And for some reason the volume, because I thought you'd change the volume on TV. Anyway, you can change the volume and the channel and turn it on and off. It's only a receiver, and it's only a one channel receiver. So really, all you need is to change the channel. Yeah. So does it need a remote? Well, the remotes are about 10 or 11 quid, but that cost me £1. Next, Bush CD player. Nice. But it's Bush, £2. It's working fine. It had Duracells in it. But it's a Bush. It's not going to go for a fortune or anything. Yeah. That's all that lot to the side. 3, this was from a clearance guy, Sony DV60 tapes for a DV video recorder, camcorder. £1.50 for the 3. I'm not sure exactly how much I'll get for those, but maybe £8 or £9 for the 3. Maybe 10, you never know. Right, I've done the skyboxes. Next one in the list is over on this side of this table. I got some discs. Well, these go with it. Discs that are written on, but they're all PlayStation 1 games. And that's because this PlayStation is modded. It came like that, nothing else, £5. Unfortunately, it is spares or repair. It's working, it's reading those discs, but the controller port seems to have an issue. I've put controllers that I know work in it, and it can't read them. And it won't, you press the button to start the game, nothing happens. And I can't test these other games to see whether it's all the games are faulty. I doubt it very much. So I think it's a controller port. But it cost £5, so I'll sell it spares or repair. It's not worth my while try to work on it and getting it working for the money that's involved. Definitely not anyway. I've got a Polaroid P60. It's a bit manky, the box. It says 10 on it. I opened it up expecting a really manky one, and it's actually really clean and nice. There we go. And if you press that little button there, the film opens, the film door opens, and you can slide your film in. And just as I was looking at it and deciding I didn't want it for a tenner, she says to me, would you take it for a £5? And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll have it for a £5. I'm not sure what these are going for anymore, but I know it's more than a £5. Box is a bit dirty, as you can see. But yeah, a £5. Now it says, genuine Sony DVD remote for PS2. There you go. DVD remote for PlayStation 2. Slim, because that's got the, you know, the eye for it. And it's genuine Sony. So, cost 50p. I've shown you the Sony tapes. 3 games. I got 3 games for £1 each. A Wii Need for Speed Nitro. PlayStation 2 50-cent Bulletproof. They're only 5 or 6. And a Rocksmith 2014 sealed, brand new. Doesn't have the dongle. I've looked it up, and it turns out you need a special adapter to put into your normal guitar to put into a USB for play. You play normal guitar straight into the PS3. You know, a bass or a 6-string, whatever you've got, really. Yeah, but that's £15 worth. Anyway, they're £1 each. Now then, I had a couple of Wii bundles. This one was from a clearance guy. Wii looked really nice and clean. And it did have a disc in, which I've put over there somewhere, and it's We Fit Plus. You know, the one for the fitness board. Controller. Yeah, it has a controller, that one. No, it didn't have a controller, this one. It's got power supply, AV cable, no controller, no, what do they call it? Sensor bar. But that was a £5. Yeah, a £5. Next one, another wee bundle. Let me just move that out of the way. And my Manhattan can go back on its little place where it was before. This one was a pretty manky one. And he started off at 10, and I'm like, I've just bought one over there for a £5. And he's like, well, this one's worth more because it's got bits with it. And I'm like, it doesn't matter, it's manky. And it really is day. No flaps, scratched to F, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it looks like somebody's been using it for sliding down, you know, a cobble street with it. Anyway, it works. I've tested it. But it did come with a wireless. Turn it on. You should be able to see the lights coming on. I can't because I'm not infrared vision. You are, because you're looking at it through a digital camera. So that's fine. That's wireless, infrared sensor. Well, you know when they say sensor bar, the sensor is in the controller. Right? That is just a light. It's infrared, but it's a light. Here's a controller that came with it. And it's got... Just hold on. I don't want to upset everything. There you go. Wires with it. It's got power supply, AV cable, sensor bar now, a classic controller, but look how manky that is. And it's third party, that. So I'm not sure whether there's any value at all in it. Maybe putting it in with a bundle like this bundle once it's cleaned up. But the outside back looks okay. This is, it's got the rubber and it's got the extender, not extender, Motion Plus adapter. When I pulled it off, it's loose. It's loose, as you can see, but it's connects okay. Actually, I'd pulled it off already. There you go. That's fine. It gives a good clean up. I've yet to test this. Because the back's missing. Luckily, I do have some spare backs that I've recently got back from somebody else. I ordered some because I had a couple that were missing backs. So I got 5. So there's a spare. It's unbranded, but it doesn't matter. Fits in nicely. This is a proper branded Wii controller. But it's scratched to and back. I'll give it a good clean. See if it works. But for a £5, spares the repairs, you know what I mean? This looks like they've been, I don't know, digging things out of the ground with it. It's really bad. But it's not rusty or corroded. So, however dirty it is, if it isn't corroded, then, you know, a good chance it'll work. But just this and this will sell for more than I paid. I paid £7 for that set, which I personally thought was a bit much. But I did. What else was there? Did I show you this? Another guitar. This one was advertised at £5 and I got it for £3. It's the same style of guitar. It is definitely Rock Band from Harmonix, but it's for a Wii, this one. It's got a lighter neck, as you can see. All the same controls. Press the button, I've put the batteries in it. When I took the back off before this video, it's a little bit blue, a little bit corroded, a bit of sandpaper, just about 30 seconds, and it's fine. I will give it a proper clean, get rid of any trace of that. And now that I know that it works, I don't have a dongle for this. This is one that needs a dongle. So I'm thinking maybe 20 quid on that one. Did I show you these? I got 3 boxes of CDRs. They're the audio ones for £1 each for 10. They're in crystal cases. They're not digital, not data, audio. The difference is, if you want to copy a CD with a computer, you can use a digital one and it'll sound right when you play it through an audio system. As long as you use a CDR recorder. If you want to get an audio recorder where you put one CD in the side and you put a blank in the other side, you need audio CDs. They're pre-formatted to be used for straight away. Press play on that one, press record on that one, it records. No computer, just a twin audio CDR recorder. Right, that's the lot, including that. There's nothing else on the table that I haven't shown you. I thought I'd brought it through. Roll of wallpaper, 20p. So, £62 and 20p for the wallpaper, which I'm not going to show you, it's wallpaper. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Ooh, just hold on a second. Nice. I've forgotten all about that. Maths. I think I'll flash up each individual days and what I expect to earn, and then I'll do a total. So, Sunday the 4th of September. There you go. There's not going to be a huge lot there. Wednesday the 7th of September. And that includes the charity shop pickups. And then Sunday the 11th, which was 2 days ago now. Okay, and here's a total of all 3. What I spent, what I expect to earn, you know, all my little expenses, eBay fees, postage, any sort of additional expenses like remotes or purchases that I need to buy to get it right. Like, for instance, the covers for the Sennheiser headphones, and then a profit margin at the bottom. Now that I've shown you it, it's time to list it. Some of it will go like as soon as I list it. Some of it's dead easy to list. So yeah, have fun with the rest of the week yourselves. Don't forget, it's Q4 now. As far as I'm concerned, I've started selling loads of stuff that's obviously for Christmas presents. So get on with it. I'm not talking 18-hour days or anything. I'm talking, you know, put the time in to make the profits that you're going to need in the winter. Okay. Right, if you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. It's been fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And now is the time to get on with the real job.